This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Tune into the feed. We're planting digital flowers from a single tiny seed. Yeah, power to the collective in the data and the soul. The hive mind's getting louder, finding voice and control.
And here we go.
Welcome to the freak show, the best in town.
What is going on, Hive? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Make sure the audio is coming in loud and clear. Oh, yeah, we are all good. Man, I am excited for tonight. First and foremost, I have put in so much time and effort into, or I put so much time and effort into these slides this evening that I really, really hope that it hits the way I know it should, because these camera angles, the audio, everything that we've been watching and hearing, nothing adds up. And I think I figured it out. It's all fraud. And I'm not just going to show you something that looks like it's in reverse. No. I have gone granular on this. And this is part 1 of 2. But it's not like I'm just going to give you guys 50% effort here. I mean, this is 110% what you all are about to see right now. And part 2 is going to be even more mind-blowing, because I'm in the process of figuring out what the real loops and passes are. And there's a way to do it. And I believe that I have cracked that code and I have figured it out. And that's not even bullshit. I really do believe that I've figured this out as far as what are the real events that have happened versus what has been looped. So I'm not going to spend much time this evening saying what's up to everybody. I do that every stream. We have so much to get into that I'm going to jump right into it. And this might be the first time that I've ever done that. And the only slide that I have outside of presenting all of this footage and how it is manipulated and looped and where I break it down for you is this one. Please, 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 please hit the like button, share this out, hit subscribe if you have not. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm your host, Birdie. This is The Hive Mind. I go live every weeknight at 7 p.m. Central. We've been diving super deep into the Idaho 4 case. There's a lot of inconsistencies, whether it's the court documents, whether it be, like I just said, the camera footage, the audio, everything's weird, the timeline, and we are diving into that tonight. Hopefully should completely obliterate the 1112 camera footage. And I'm very curious to hear everybody's thoughts. So nonetheless, let me just take a sip of water. And we're going to get into it right away. So I'm going to put this full screen. Let me take this down. Let me get all set up. All right. Yesterday, I had a pre-recorded live because I had to go to a dinner with my new boss and my wife and all my colleagues. It was a short live where I was on camera, but I left you all with this clip. So yesterday I showed you this clip, which was every entry, exit, flash, and pass. Well, I had this. It's not even a watermark. Really, I just had to make it big enough because it was covering my notes. And when you cut out all of the time in between the activity on 1112, it becomes extremely obvious what we are looking at. And some of you got it. Here are some comments. I blurred out some people's usernames just out of respect if that was their full name. Okay. So some people picked up on it. For example, did you put that on a loop? No. Somebody else said, I'm sure the car leaving is in reverse as well. Another person said, first time I am seeing the car going backwards at the 4 a.m. mark in the top left corner. WTF. The last comment says, so that footage is reversed, right? I've looked at that so many times and I've always thought the car backs out, which is weird, but the noise is backwards too. And right hand on my father's ashes, I didn't do anything to it. All I did was cut out all of the random noise and the in-between, and I just stitched together all the activity. And when I did that, as most of you saw, it's fairly obvious what is going on. However, others did not pick up on it. Bobby, I don't know what the issue was, but they said that just backfired. I unsubscribed. You put it on a loop. Oh no, I watched the same thing twice. The fuck? To see it did not change. Lost me. Hope you lose a whole lot more. I wanted to put that on here, not to put Bobby on blast, but isn't that ironic that this person thought I looped it? I didn't do anything to it. It's hilarious. I think it's absolutely incredible that this comment got left. I was actually excited that this comment was left because I'm like, exactly. When you split all the noise out of there, all of the wasted time, and you just look at the activity, someone's going to think that I looped it, but I didn't. And what I'm going to do for people that missed it last night, and I also was not commenting last night, I just let it run, is I'm going to, except this time, what you're going to notice is that I have the exact, I overlaid the real timestamps right above it, and I have everything labeled. So I will stay off screen, and I want everybody to watch this. It's 10 minutes and 40 something seconds, but this is extremely important. I need everybody to wrap their head around this before I dive into the rest of these slides. Okay. So right here, this is the same timestamp up here. It is completely synced up. This is real time. If you notice the time jumping, that is because I cut out all of the time that there's no activity going on. So this is only activity happening. So I'm hoping too that the notes and the timestamp really help you guys out here to understand what is going on. Look at this shit, guys. Again, look at what they are doing here. And now it's just slowed down. It's just insane. It's insane. It actually starts to get quite comical. That one sped up a little bit. There it is again. Pay attention to that one right there. That lighting looks familiar too, doesn't it? Now, that was pretty remarkable, right? Obviously, I showed that last night. Buckle up if you thought that was mind-blowing, because for the remainder of this stream, I am going to show you the level of detail that I went into. Starting with, is every entry of the vehicles. 3:30 a.m. These are all approximate down here. I didn't do the exact second, but 3:30 a.m., 3:38, 3:46, 3:56, 4:05, and 4:28. I want you all to watch these. going to play twice. So that was the entry of every vehicle. Now, what I'm going to talk about is the flashes, which are up here on the sides of the buildings in the upper left corner. That's where you're going to see these. One more time. That one's quick. And also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to piece all of this together in a concurrent video so that you all can dive into this as well. So I'm going to actually like show you that 10-minute video we just watched. And then I will also have all of these, you know, stacked on top of each other in a video so that you guys can dig into it and we can figure this shit out. I think I have an idea as to what happened, but I could be wrong, right? Again, that's the power of the hive mind. So I'm going to get that uploaded in the next day or two. Give me a little bit of time on that. So those were the flashes. These are all of the exits: 332, 340, 353, 358, 4 a.m., 420, and 424. Next up, here are all of the passing vehicles. There are 13 total passes. This first video clip is of vehicles 1 through 6. Let me know what you guys notice. Now we have passing vehicles 7 through 12. And now here are all 13 passes. This is as big as I could get it on the screen. So that's why I broke it up into 2 separate clips, and then 13, the only one you guys haven't seen is right here. But these are all of the vehicles that pass throughout the 1112 King Road footage. All right. Again, I know that I'm moving quick. I want to progress through this so that I can show you that I really did the work on this. I separated every single thing that I could. The first, third, and fifth pass, they didn't even try to hide the loop that these passes happened at. All right. So 333, 341, and 347. Check this shit out. And also, all of the audios are playing. Keep that in mind. So that's pretty crazy, right? That is absolutely insane. Just wait, folks. Just wait. Because the fifth entry, this is what gave it away to me. This is absolutely the dead giveaway. And I thought to myself, I can figure it out based off of this entry. And so I will let you watch just the fifth entry by itself. Oops. That's the giveaway, everybody. It's going to play twice. That's the giveaway. You ever seen a car do that? No car does that, especially making that noise. Maybe a Tesla, but you can hear what sounds like a turbo diesel. But nonetheless, that is what gave it away to me. And I really, really, really am just going to let the work and the video talk for me the next couple of slides. So what I have here is the fifth entry at 4:05. Like I said, this was the giveaway. I felt like it was sped up right at the corner. Well, let's see what happens when we mimic that with the first entry. There's captions on the bottom that explain what I'm doing. Dude, got his ass, got their ass, whatever you want to say. I was not overhyping this. This shit is looped as fuck. Sorry for my language. And I not only did I figure out which ones they did that to, I got it down to the percent of the speed that they increase it to for every single damn loop. So you know what? When I put this footage together in the concurrent video that I'm going to put out, this should get sent to news stations because this is insane. We figured out exactly what they did, and I made sure that I was detailed enough to lay it out so that anybody watching it can see it with their own eyes, read it, and understand what is happening. I will play this one more time on the first entry. So that's the first entry. I wonder what's going to happen with the second entry. Like I said, the fifth entry gave it all away. One more time. All right. So that was the first and the second entry. They probably didn't do that again. They can't be that dumb, right? No. Well, let's watch the fourth entry. It's in one more time. Oh, man. It's unbelievable, isn't it? You would think that that would be it, right? You would think that would be it, right? Well, let's watch them all lined up together. Like I said, the fifth entry was the giveaway. You will now see as they sped the fifth entry up to 2.5 speed when it is mimicked on the first entry, the second entry, and the fourth entry. Check this out. And I thought it might be interesting for people watching to see just how easy this is. So I actually screen recorded. Now, this is entry 3 and 6, but this is the same process that I just showed you. This is all that it takes. Okay, so I screen recorded it just so people can see how easy this is done. Three and 6 is 1.5. Every other entry is 2.5. And here's the result of it zoomed in case you guys couldn't see that too well. So the first, you're going to see the original entry 3 and entry 6. You can't see the bottom of what I was just doing, but you saw it on the previous slide. So you will see the previous, and then you will see after it's adjusted. And now watch the final result. Pretty crazy. Pretty insane. So that's wild. That's every entry. Well, these are the looped lies, everybody. 3:30 a.m. being the first entry, 3:38 a.m. being the second entry, 3:56 a.m. being the fourth entry, 4:05 a.m. being the fifth entry. These are all looped right here, and I will play it. And then we have 3:46 a.m. and 4:28 a.m. Oddly enough, these are two different looking cars. So we have the third entry and we have the sixth entry. One more time. Now, the exits in reverse, this was just me being curious. What would happen if I put all 7 exits in reverse? So, by the way, these are not synced up. This is all real time right here. I was just curious what it would look like, but keep this in mind. And I'm glad that there are people noticing slight differences, like the bottom light being off. Okay. That's going to continue to be a theme because those little differences are going to tell us how many real entrances, exits, passes, and loops there really are. So great job to the people who just pointed that out, because you'll see down here that the bottom lights are off. So these two, in my opinion, you guys just watched how I was able to show how they manipulated it. Okay. It has been done throughout this entire video. So in the sixth exit down here, you'll see that the lights are off. Seventh exit, the lights are off. Tell me if those two, especially number 6, looks a little bit different than the others. And this is an exit. Right. They all look the same, but a couple of them. So that's where I believe that the legitimate passes have happened. That's why I wanted to show you what I did in the prior slides so that you guys can wrap your head around. These are the exits and these are in reverse, but this has been, what I just showed you has been done throughout this entire security footage. Now, here's a quick test for the Hive. Let's label this 1, 2. Well, let me make this a little bit bigger. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if anybody can guess which one is an exit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So upper left is 1, upper right is 2, bottom left is 3, bottom right is 4. Let's see if you guys can guess right. Which one's an exit? I'll let it play a couple more times. Excuse me. Now, you would think that would be rather obvious to notice, right? Well, here is the exact clip unblurred out. And before I go into the rest of this, I swear to God, we have 1,200 people in here. Hit the damn like button, please, for the Hive, for your boy. That's all that I ask. Just scroll down on the chat. Hit the like button, please. We're at like 50% likes. I put in so many hours on this stuff that my fingers literally are still numb. Like I think I damaged my elbow nerve. Okay. Take 5 seconds right now. Just hit the damn like button. I know that some people forget. And I want this to get out there. Please. And that really, really helps it. Okay. This is insane. This is effing insane. Okay. So that was the exits in reverse and normal entries, right? You can't even tell. Now, my brain became very, very curious after doing the 1112. So I'm like, there's no way that with the timestamps that we could, corroborate with 1112 on the car park footage, there's no way that they would continue the same pattern. Like they literally, there's zero chance that somebody would just be like, I'm just going to continue to do this throughout all of the footage. Right. But my brain started to tell myself, well, they need to continue that once they started it. Otherwise, it would be inconsistent and it wouldn't make sense. So let's watch this, shall we? Now, this is not, I'll let it play one more time. Okay. Now, that's not synced up. You know how I was showing you how the fifth entry was the giveaway, and then I was able to sync it up. Well, I didn't just stop there. I figured the car park out too, and you will now see it. You can see my caption at the bottom. They wouldn't do the same thing on all cameras, would they? So the only one that's different, and I'm not done yet. I got more slides, but just what part 2 is going to be is piecing together what I believe is 2 legitimate passes. Okay? And I'll give a sneak peek to part 2, but this one is different. The bottom left is different. There are 3 light bulb flashes. It's the only one that does not sync up. These 3, the top left, the top right, and the bottom right, those all sync up. So right. So these are all the same. Okay. But the bottom left has a third flash after this. Right here. And that leads me to believe that it's a second pass. Now, this is a sneak peek of part 2. And full transparency, I wanted to give more of a sneak peek. These are the only 2 that I could get dialed in as far as like being able to fit on a screen without giving away. Not that I'm worried about giving away. I don't want to show you something that I can't even fully explain myself, but I think I can explain this. So at 4:06 a.m., we see the car go up and make a U-turn, and then down on 1112, you see the U-turn. Well, at 4:23, everybody remembers seeing what looks to be a female right after Brian Koberger speeds off, right? Go and unlock her car and back out and then pull away. Well, prepare to have your minds blown, because when I tell you that I do this when I'm walking on the treadmill in the morning, okay? I almost fell off the damn treadmill when I saw this. That is crazy. So the U-turn at 4:06 and the person backing out at 4:23. How does this happen? So I believe that I have the wrong button. I believe that I have the majority of the passes figured out to the point where not only will you be able to see them on 1112 and on the car park footage, I've actually figured out, because again, my brain was like, some of these look like they are in reverse. Well, it's pretty remarkable when at 419 on Linda Lane Dumpster, you see somebody driving towards King Road, but yet at 420, they're leaving. So I thought to myself, there's no way that they would think that nobody would ever piece together. There's a car driving relatively fast going towards King Road on the dumpster camera. There's no way that they would just reverse that car and the timestamps coming in at a high velocity of speed, they wouldn't just reverse that. And what do you know? So, like I said, next Wednesday, if you thought this was mind blowing, stay tuned for next Wednesday, part 2. I'm giving myself a week because this shit takes a long time. I'm happy to do it. I would be doing this no matter what, right? But it takes a long time because one of my goals for the Hive is to start bringing more receipts, right? I want to be the best that I can. And I know sometimes in my mind, I think a lot of people understand what it is that I'm thinking and what it is that I'm trying to say. So I really, really, really want to get back to having epic visuals so that not only can you all understand what I'm saying, you can dive into it when you go and rewatch the stream. And so that'll be next Wednesday, December 10th. This is also just something weird that I picked up on. I'm not sure what people think about this. I think it's more proof of a loop, but let me know what you all see because I see this a couple of times. This one was by far the wildest. This is going to play in a couple different filters. Let me know what you guys see. So, oops, I hit the wrong button again. Damn it. Like I said, tonight, I didn't take any time to say what's up to everybody. I wanted to get straight down to business, and I want everybody to digest this. Just rewatch it, go back. I'm going to work on getting all of that footage outside of this live compiled into a video. Okay. So please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for all the support, all the super chats. Let me just put those up on screen quick. We got Pappy Man, expose this shit. We want answers. Amen, brother. Sleuther 75 snuck out of my kid's holiday concert for this shit. Don't judge, or for this, don't judge me. Well, I hope it was worth it, Sleuther. Thank you so much. Pappy Man again. We got Marianne says, Jeff H, definitely going reverse. Thanks for all your hard work, Birdie. Well, thank you for tuning in, Marianne. I appreciate that. And the super chat. LL Glassman says, for a number of reasons over the past few days, you have demonstrated that you are a man of integrity and courage. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okie dokie, Lisa. Thank you. Doc Terry 777. You are amazing, Birdie. Thank you for all of your hard work and your commitment to the truth. Daisy Lady. Appreciate that. Amy Mamau. Tell Jeff H to go somewhere. God damn it, Jeff. And M.S 8114 says at one point you can see what looks like a woman leave by the white car. You can also see the movement at the bottom of the windows. D-Dog Wifey, thank you. You guys rock for that. Thank you. And it's just, to be honest, I'm happy to do it. Actually, I had no plans on saying this. But like doing this has really helped keep my mind off of some shit that Mrs. Birdie and I have been going through. Unfortunately, we lost baby Birdie. And I just feel like the time to say it was now. She's fine. We're fine. You know, I saw some people saying that, you know, why haven't you moved? And why aren't you addressing that? And so we found out a couple weeks ago, but I just, you know, I wanted you guys to know that if I've seemed different or if I've seemed off, you know, I saw some comments. I figured I would just rip the Band-Aid off and I'll say it right now. So To be honest, doing all that footage was really kind of just keeping my mind off that. And I appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Cheers.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life.